What's up? What's up? What's poppin', man? Hey, it's Nate Dogg 916 coming at you live from Sacramento, man. What's poppin'? Let's see if anybody up and at 'em, man. Turbo in the building. Tapped in. What's happening, Brody? 8:30. Got 30 minutes. I'll get there. In this moment, for sure. Mad Max, saludos. What's happening? What's happening? What's popping? So, Antonio Smith, what's happening, bruh? Miss Freya, love you to death. That's sis right there in the building. Always down. Always been supporting me from the gate. From the gate. I think Freya been here the longest. Her and Turbo. But I appreciate y'all for staying down. Yeah, that's the home. That's sis. Man, she ain't even a homegirl no more. That ain't she surpassed the homegirl stage. Oh, always love, man. Always love. Thank you, brother. What it is, what it look like. So my boy sent me a video yesterday, and a link. He wanted me to watch a video, and I guess there was a video about a Crip dude from Sacramento talking about the situation in prison. So I decided I'm gonna give my reaction to that. I'm not gonna post a link to the video because I ain't that technically. I don't have the link right now, and I just went live off the thing. Oh, good looking out, Mad Max. You've been there from the gate too, then. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. For real, for real. Yeah, that's some years. You got like 5 years in damn near, huh, Mad Max? Big E. I think the Big Irk interview was like 5 years ago, right? I think it was like 2018. I think. But anyway, the point of the video was with the CISA hostilities. I'm sorry, excuse me, tongue twisted. CISA hostilities with the northern Mexicans and the southern Mexicans. Basically the Mexicans are looked at as, I guess, one car now, right? Like, because they're all riding together, right? They'll assist each other in prison if anything happens, right? And the thing that was being talked about was they're very formidable. They don't necessarily have the majority of the numbers, according to what this guy was talking about, but they do have the organization. Like their discipline. See, the difference is, and I have seen it for myself. The black car. There is no black car in prison. You got obviously lots of different denominations, shall we say, separate subsections of the black car, of people that are labeled just black, right? You got, obviously, you got the Bloods, you got the Crips, you got the non-affiliates, you got the Bay Area people, and the separate organizations that they have in the Bay Area. Oh, thank you, whoever that was. Who was that? Oh, Maz, good looking out. In the separate sections in the Bay Area that are separate from each other, right? And I guess it's from people who have been there since I got out. Understandable, absolutely. So what I've heard people say is that there's no car, not just the black car, the other car, the white car, no car, the Native American car, no car could basically survive an attack from the northern car and the southern car combined. So I guess we should just say the Mexican car, right? Or the Latino car. All pride to the side. I believe that's true. I believe that's true because the difference is, and I heard this guy say it, and I agree with him, is, and I've been in situations where I've seen this happen. All the blacks aren't necessarily gonna rock. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, we got some soldiers, we got some riders that are down for whatever, whenever, however. You know what I mean? But I mean, I lived it. So, I've been in my incidents where I had to do what I had to do and handle my business. And never fold, never fumble, never run, never sit down, but that doesn't mean that everybody that's in the black car is going to do that. It's so quick, they're so quick to say, and even more so these days, oh, that ain't Bay business, or that ain't Crip business, that's blood business, let them handle it. Well, unfortunately, and I'm not promoting any kind of violence, and I hope it don't pop off. But in my opinion, it's just a matter of time. Just because no big incidents have happened lately doesn't mean they're not gonna happen. Because at some point, the longer, and this is just from seeing history play itself out over again, right? At some point, the northern car and the southern car are going to get comfortable with the cease of hostilities. And once they become comfortable with it, and I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow or a couple of years from now or whatever, who knows how long it'll take them to actually get comfortable. That's the thing, with each other. Right now, it's just, I feel like it's just, Young in the building? I didn't even see you, bro. What's popping? Wolf Walker, I see you. I feel like right now it's just a filling out time. Everybody's just agreed not to do anything to each other. But if they get to the point where they're like literally really functioning together as one unit, that's a bad day for anybody that goes against them. To be honest, that's a bad day for anybody that tries to stand against them. And what seems to happen when you got the power, you start to want to push that power, right? So what'll happen is they'll want more territory. They'll want everything. People will get to the point where they'll start to try to dictate what everybody else can and can't do. And that's when it's going to turn into something, obviously, because, there's a lot of people that ain't going to go for being dictated to. Some people would rather spend their time in the shoe after a war than sit out on a yard that they're being dictated by anybody, and then that's when it pops off. Unfortunately, if the Southerners and the Northerners are moving as one unit, it's like another army trying to fight the U.S. It's a waste of your time. Damn near. I mean, don't get me wrong. If the blacks were all to come together and fight together, and actually really function together like that, then of course they'd be just as formidable. But it would be them doing it, back in the days when you had certain black organizations running the prisons, and this is like the 80s, like that type back in the day, before my time. I think the Bulldogs, I don't think the Bulldogs are involved in the cease and hostilities. I'm not positive, so I don't know for sure. I can't really say where they're at on it, because I doubt that they will be I don't think they're part of it. But really, the biggest thing right now is everybody, this is what I wanted to get to, is everybody, they're making, not everybody, but people have been making videos talking about that because of the cease hostilities, the Mexican car, should we say, is unfuckwittable, right? Unfuckwittable, yeah, I said it. But let me ask you this. What about the SMY car? What about the SMY car? Not that I'm saying nothing in support of the SMY car, but what about them? Hey, thank you, Justin. I appreciate you, man. What about the SMY car? Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying, Mad Max. It's like nobody's thinking about that part of it, right? Nobody's thinking about the SMY car part of it. Did I just make a wrong turn? I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I'm just driving. Oh no, yeah, I am. I'm right. I'm good. Nobody's the SMY car. See, here's the thing. Yeah, 2.5s. But you gotta think. You see, Walker, you just said 2.5s, right? But you gotta remember. You don't think they in this conversation, Young? But what they're doing in California right now is they're trying to make all the yards whatever. They're trying to segregate all the yards. So what I'm saying is you got to bring them in the conversation, because I don't think the blacks and the Mexicans have to worry about each other at this point in time. I think they have to worry about the SMY car, more importantly. Because think about it. All you got what? You got Northern riders, you got independent riders, you got 2.5ers, you got all these different, look, I don't know all the names, right? But you got all these different SMY gangs, organizations, groups, whatever you want to call them. And they're already, I promise you, they're all gearing up for war. And you got to remember, a lot of these dudes, yeah, I don't respect it either, but they definitely got hitters. Like, let's be clear. They definitely got hitters. You know what I mean? You think because dudes tapped out, they don't know how to get active no more? They don't know how to do active shit no more? Because for whatever reason, they went to that side. I don't even want to get into that side of it. I'm not even on that side of it, right? But at some point, these dudes had to be active. Yeah, so if they know they coming to the line, right? If they know they coming to the line, you don't think they getting ready for war? You don't think they know that these Southerners and Mexicans specifically, Southern Mexicans and Northern Mexicans specifically, are gonna be trying to be on their helmet? Ain't no active Northerns and Southerners staying on no yard with no SMYs and not popping off, right? So you don't think even these people that tapped out because they were tired of the violence or whatever, even those people are gonna be on some, and now it's life or death. So now we gotta go out there and get it. It's a life or death now, right? We gotta prepare properly, right? So I see people making these videos about the Mexicans not being fuckwittable, and the black, they outnumber the black, not outnumber, but out strategize and out discipline the blacks and this and that. But I really don't. I really honestly don't see at this point in the prison atmosphere, basically, that's what people should be worried about. Because I don't think it's gonna be at this point, any big black and Mexican issues, right? What people need to worry about is them SNY gangs coming through, because they obviously still over there getting it popping because they SNY gangs. They still over there doing their stuff. From the videos I have seen and the information I have had, they still getting it popping over there. You know? And they don't got no rules. You know what I mean? They ain't no rules. Well, to a certain extent, I guess, you know. Some of them, from what I've seen, some of them aren't even accountable to their own groups. Like if I'm correct, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, because I really don't know the specifics, and you know, other than me not really associating or dealing with dropouts, I really don't know they get down. You know what I mean? But from what I heard, the Northern Riders was basically started on some, basically, we do whatever the fuck we want to do whenever we want to do it type shit. No rules. Basically, that's what it started on. You know, I don't know if that's still how they roll or what. You know what I mean? I don't really, honestly, I really don't care. But if you got a whole bunch of people coming like that, like, they don't need to wait for permission. They don't need to, you know what I mean? Rules keep, look, in politics, in prison, right? The rules that every car have, the rules that every car has, definitely, Mad Max, keep stuff from popping off every day like it could. Because there's certain protocols, there's certain permissions, there's certain respect you have to give even to your enemy. But when you got an enemy that don't have those rules, when you have an enemy that doesn't have those kind of rules or that kind of structure, then absolutely, well, absolutely. And when you got a group or organization or whatever that has a bylaw of no rules, thank you, up high. When you got a group or a group that has a bylaw basically of no rules, like we're the renegades, we're the rebels, then it's all out. Let's get it. Like, so I really don't think the focus needs to be on whether or not, or how dangerous it can be for the blacks and the Mexicans with each other, or the Mexicans obviously being very formidable as a combined unit. It's more, that's where the focus need to be. And then, I mean, let's even go deeper than that, young, right? Wait, there are so many turning SNY haven't never even hit a yard, and so now it's different animal. Yeah, facts. Absolutely. And even more so, like, let's even break it down more, right? So if the Southerns and the Mexican and Northerners are together right now, right? So let's say down the line, however many years, whatever, right? Right? At what point do they start tripping with each other again? At what point, you know what I mean? Because that's always a possibility, right? You want to say it's about unity, we want to say whatever. You can say whatever you want to say, right? But at what point do you think some Southerner or some Northerner, oh, what's happening? Peace and blessings, more to live for. At some point, you got to think that there's some veteran in either group that's not okay with taking orders. Or somebody got to be in charge, man. When you're a part of a group, somebody's going to have to be in charge. And eventually that will, in my opinion only, right? In my opinion, at that point, people will start to have disagreements, because it's like, well, the Southerners can say we run it, the Northerners can say we run it, but it all depends on Hold on, let me back this truck in this slot. Tight spot. I mean, not for me, but that was almost perfect. I don't even have to adjust. Like, I should do this for a living. Oh, I do. I mean, at what point we run it? Those non-designated program yards are setting people up for failure, turning first-timers all bad from the start if they go a level 1 or 2 in certain threes. Definitely. No, I didn't see an apology from Gulf Cartel. I don't even know who that is, bro. Apology for what? But my thing is this: if history is any signal or sign of the times, like, no matter what happens today, tomorrow, whatever, eventually it's going to get right back to how it was at some point. Because why did the Northerners split from the Southerners in the first place? Huh? Hey, Bill Goody, what did the Gulf Cartel apologize for? And who is the Gulf Cartel? Is that those bodybuilder dudes? Oh, you're talking about for the medical people that got how they turned in all the people that killed the people? Are you talking about that? Oh, okay, yeah. I saw that. My bad. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the real cartels. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they because I guess it wasn't sanctioned or whatever. There's rules, and they don't want that heat. They don't want that heat from America, man, coming down there messing with their stuff. I mean, come on. They probably got a whole little get down going on. But let me get in here for this checkup, man. Thank you guys for tapping in. Young, thank you for your comments, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Good way to keep the conversation going, brother. If I missed anybody, sorry. Anybody who said something and I didn't say nothing about it, I apologize. I was driving. But now I gotta cut this short. I will be back after my appointment, so if anybody want to tap back in, we can get back into this conversation or whatever. I love y'all to death. If you don't do nothing else, stay loyal to yourself, man. Share my stuff. Share my shit, man. Yeah, you. Share my shit, bruh. Health is wealth. Guaranteed. Mr. Goyo, you missed it, but go ahead and watch the playback, bro.